So here's my 1953 Aero Commander. I'll show you some of the stuff that I normally do. Here's my baggage compartment. It's huge in here. You can easily get like skis and all sorts of things. Behind here are the fuel sumps. So this is the left-hand fuel sumps on the inner side here. And I normally never have any water in them, and I didn't today either. So this is good. This is also where the hydraulic reservoir is. So once you've sumped that, I just start from this nacelle and I just walk my way around. So let's do that. So you go up to here, you have a look at the hinges, that they're okay. You can also see that she needs a paint job here, quite badly. But, you know, in time. I have the lock still on. And there's a rudder lock there as well. No structural damage, nothing funny. These engines are GO435s. They haven't made those for many years, so parts can be a little bit hard to find sometimes. They're also geared, and if you look here, I don't know if you can see that, that's a gearbox, a reduction gearbox, just like a Rotax would have. It's time to sump this right hand side. Same here, just look at the hinges, see that they're okay. Stall water. Check the props. You can turn them. And as you can see here, we have a little bit of an oil leak on this side, and it's even worse on the other side actually. I don't know if you can see that streaking from the rivets, and it goes out here and it ends up on the tail here. It's mainly from inside the augmenter tubes. I don't know if you can see that there. Hard to see, but it's basically this engine. They're spitting a roll of oil out, so I think there's an oil ring problem on a couple of them. She runs strong, but I'm going to take care of that next week actually. She's going in for a top overhaul. I'm going to change all the cylinders and all the pistons and all the rings and all the valves and everything. These engines have kind of developed a little bit of a reputation for being finicky and breaking down a lot. And consequently, the TBO, time between overhaul for these engines, is only specified at 1200 hours, which is a lot lower than many direct drive engines. They also cost a lot more to overhaul because you have to overhaul the gearbox as well. Now, if you speak to guys who have flown geared engines for most of their lives, they would say, oh, that's all nonsense, you know. If you fly them right, they'll last just as long as a direct drive engine. And, you know, that could be true maybe. And one way to find out if the gearbox is bad is to look at the play here when you touch the prop. And here you have a little bit of play, but this is within limits. It cannot be more than 1 inch at, I think it's 3 feet or something like that. I can't remember now, but fuel system on this is very simple. She has fuel cell tanks in each wing, and they drain into a center tank, which is pretty much straight up here. And then the center tank feeds the engines. So you don't have to switch any tanks or anything like in most other planes. You have to switch around, and here there's not even a tank selector. You can't even choose on or off. It's always on. So it's very simple that way, and that's good. These engines run pretty strong. This is the one I had a double cylinder failure on as I went into Chicago. They're coming kind of to their end of their useful life. I mean, you can extend it with a top overhaul, but at some point you're going to need to overhaul them. And unfortunately that's quite an expensive thing, so you try to put it off as long as you can.